You can't say anything bad about Redditch that I haven't already said. They call it the bakery, you know, because we're all into bread. Thank you for listening to Talking to Our Souls, or to put it another way, to Talking Arseholes. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and may deal with adult topics and adult themes.
Brownstown, we're with you when you fight. Brownstown, bark with the dogs tonight. Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
I feel naked without my hat. Good evening, good afternoon, whatever day or time of the month you're on. That sounds bad. Welcome to Talking to Our Souls on the 20th day of March. My goodness gracious me. We've had our first quarter of electricity. So yes, it's me, Steve Henn, and over there we have...
I'm shitting me pants over the bastard banks. Bail you out. Show me the money. Mr. Singh.
I feel he's building his part up. It used to be, quick word, Mr. Singh. Now it's a whole bloody paragraph. I've lost interest in the banks. I don't know if it's as bad as they're saying. I don't really know much about it though, Av. So we could have a chat, and then you could fill in my blanks, as it were. Me blank chat checks.
Yeah. I'm used to the blanks. Or if it was if you're asking Boris Johnson's dad, he'd be saying, yeah, the blacks. So,
what, instead of the banks?
yeah. He's got selective hearing, hasn't he?
I'm surprised he's got any hearing.
The banks are in trouble. Stanley, the banks are in trouble. Oh, the blacks are in trouble, aren't they? No, the banks. The blacks.
Do you know, whatever I say now, I am treading on very hot coals. I don't think Stanley Johnson.
Jansen? Is he like
David Jansen's dad? Jansen. I've got a lovely Jansen. Yeah, no, I don't think Stanley Johnson would say blacks. I think he'd say it with the C word. I think he's in that sort of territory. But I don't want to say it. You know, you can say people of colour. That's all right. It's when you do the past of that, the past participle. I'm very bad at English.
I'm not a big fan of the blacks. Not since that one took over my son's job.
Liz Truss wasn't black.
If he was a woman, I'll break her nose. I'm talking about Rishi.
No, but Rishi's brown.
No, I suppose I've been referred to in the past as being black.
Oh yes, we've discussed this.
Yeah. So I think in the generation they don't.
Yeah. They'll mix. It's a lovely melting pot in it as long as it's just one colour.
If you're not white, you're black. Well, what about the Chinese? Are black. That's the kind of.
See, but that's gone now, isn't it? You can, if you call them Asian, you see, then that's like that helps it up the racists a bit better. Well, because they can use that as a big brush.
Well, Indians are called South Asians now. South Asians. And then you got East Asian. You call them East Asians. They're Asians. We're South Asians. Yeah, you're Caucasian.
Hey, you leave my cock out of this.
I mean, Hunt. He's a
cunt.
He's definitely
very early.
Yeah, he's Caucasian.
Hunt is Caucasian.
His wife's from Singapore, I think.
Oh,
was it
but his ex-wife. Oh, Hunt. When people say Hunt, for some reason, I think of Matt Hancock. Isn't that weird? They shared the health. Did they share the health secretary jobs? Is that why? Was it Hunt first, and then
Probably,
it was it Hancock? Oh, yeah. Yeah, everyone's had a bloody dibble dabble in any of those cabinets now, haven't they? Because they've got rid of so many. I don't know what the word dibble
Well, I
dabble
think
means.
I mean, we talk about the banks, but you know, well, last week, big week last week with the Chancellor's budget.
Yes, the Chancellor's budget. That was the day when the junior doctors went on strike, the teachers went on strike, the tube went on strike, the civil servants went on strike, the university staff went on strike. Nobody talks about that. They just talk about his and it wasn't a budget; it was a fudget. What was there anything in it that was good for you?
Straight away, I felt richer, so I did one of these checks that tells you, you put your details in.
Oh, okay.
And works out how much more well off you are, and I'm going to be £200 more well off this year.
I don't think you can say £200 more well off. I quite like it though. What benefit have you had? What's the benefit?
I have no idea. I just put in the details into the this analyzer thing.
Oh, like the
And
tax
apparently I'm
checker
going
thing.
to be 200, right? And I'm thinking, I don't think that takes into account the amount of money that I've paid for gas and electricity.
Well,
I know the government's helped a little bit, but that £200 and more has been wiped out, I think.
Well, and also, this is another thing: the stealth tax, because my wife left me because I'm a big fan of the Wizard of Oz. Because he froze the tax thresholds in line with inflation, everyone is going to lose $2,000 anyway
Tell you what, Steve, 11p off a pint.
for the Brexit bonus.
11p off a pint, Steve. Eh? I mean, you can't argue with that, can you? Especially when I fucking don't drink.
This will frighten the shit out of you. How much is a pint in a pub?
I don't know. I've no.
Okay, no, it's between £4 and £6 depending where you are, right? Let's say it's £4 and 22p, and if you got 11p off that, it's still £4 and 11. If it's £5 and 22p, 11p off a pint when everything's like £4 a pint, it is nothing. If you're going out and you have 4 pints, 44p isn't going to make a difference.
Lads, I'll buy the points because in 2025 I'm getting free childcare for kids I haven't got. And I get 11p off a pint. Get a few rounds in. I'm loaded.
All that childcare malarkey, it's not going to come in until they're not even in power. I can't see them becoming in power. I think they're doing a lot of things at the moment to try and get themselves loved.
Do you know who benefits from that, Steve? Alison Hammond.
No benefits, I don't think, the budget for most people.
But you just said there, university tutors are striking. I'm thinking these bastards have been getting paid. They're getting £9,000 per year per student. Right?
No,
Where's
they're
all
not
that
getting the
fucking
£9,000.
money going?
But no, I won't have anything bad said against teachers or university staff. All the students are in favour of the university staff going on strike.
No, I'm saying tutors, but I'm saying universities. What are they doing with the money? And don't forget the international students. It's the Chinese and the Indians, Steve.
No, I've never met a clever Indian.
Because when I went to Redditch,
You can't say anything bad about Redditch that I haven't already said. They call it the bakery, because we're all into bread.
3/4 of the women have got a bun in the oven.
Now, I'm not sure if anyone would put up their hands and go, sexist, have things being sexist. But we were top of the league of underage pregnancy when I first came here about 30 odd years ago. So,
I've only
top
been
of
to
the
Redditch,
league.
I've only been to Redditch a handful of times, and I got that vibe.
I thought you were going to say I've only been to Redditch once, and the statistics went through the roof.
I think that's when Boris turned up. Did Boris
Oh,
turn up at you?
stop it! I don't want to hear him having. Oh dear! Just imagine Stanley Johnson had to as well. Stanley Johnson had that face just so he could have a son called Boris.
Well, I think about. I think the NHS. I think they've made a payoff for them, haven't they? Now it's just before I came on here. They're talking the passport office going on strike.
Well, people are still going on strike. I think what's going to happen is they've accepted all these offers, so they have to put them to the membership, and the membership have to vote. And from what I'm hearing on the phone calls today, everyone's saying, well, we're not going to accept it. Whether or not that is true, and I don't know if this was the plan all along, or it's just the government say, look, well, we made an offer, and they've all said no.
I was just the radio. Junior doctors want 35% increase.
They've been striking for 3 days this week, and can you remember when they went on strike before, the junior doctors, and they were given such a hard time in the press? Not one word this week about how bad it is that doctors are going on strike.
You know the junior
one
doctors.
Word.
The thing is, I'm assuming they break it in when they become senior doctors, aren't they?
Fair play. Junior doctors basically are students. When they do qualify, and they will be on a decent wage, but there's no need to take the piss out of people. No need to take the piss. Especially when the world is like it is. We've just been taking the piss out of them for years. So I don't know if that's a medical procedure. That's another thing he did, wasn't it? He took all that pension thing off, so you could put as much money in your pension pot now. But it's going to benefit very few.
£1,000,000,
very few. Well, like that pleased me because I think I've got about 250 quid in my pension pot. I haven't got a pension pot to piss in.
I think I'm going to be working till I die, I think.
So I went to the doctors and I came back and I was very upset. And my wife said, why are you upset? I said, well, I've got to take a tablet every day for the rest of my life. And my wife said, what's wrong with that? I said, he's only given me 3. You see, that makes me laugh. Would it matter, though? Do you enjoy your job?
To me.
Yeah, but does it, though? Does it matter to you? If I have to, if I die, right, and I open my eyes again and there's a big white chap with a beard and he says, you've been fucking horrible to me, you have, in your life. I say, I didn't believe, I do now. Do you know? And I think that's fair enough. But I don't. I think once you're dead, you're dead. Santa! Oh, I believe in Santa more than that bloody fairy tale. I know, but I don't. I mean, do you know?
What did you say about me?
Do you believe in an afterlife?
I believe in something, yeah.
Okay.
I
don't want to
fly.
Fucking brilliant. What are you doing up there? I'm dead, but it's good fun up here. But no, I don't want to. I don't want to be sort of disparaging you if you do believe like that, because I don't, and that's fine for me to do that. But I shouldn't. Other people's beliefs are important, and I respect them. But it is a fairy tale. In my opinion, it's nobody else's.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it wouldn't matter if I die because I wouldn't know. I mean, I'm sure the other people would be up. Well, some people, I don't. Yeah, maybe not. They go, oh, he died. Oh, really? Yeah. What's on the telly tonight? That's the conversation.
I blame the Conservatives. That's what you do. I need a junior doctor. He's on strike. And he's dead.
I was listening to a junior doctor a few weeks ago, and a powerful argument was he said, yeah, some people will die because of this action, but they were going to die anyway because we are struggling. We haven't got enough people to look after people. So if we can get more people, then in the long run, it will be better for people. And I think, we should be pragmatic about it. We should be looking after the future.
I think there was a stat I was listening to the news on a TV show. And I think we've dropped down 29th for life expectancy or something like that.
Yeah. Well, only the poor people. The rich people are fine. So the 1% of the country are fine.
The people who can have £1 million pension.
Yeah. No, but definitely, the people that haven't got much money, and it's just because they don't eat the right foods because they can't afford the right foods, and they don't have the right medical care because they can't afford the right medical care. We are in some places the third world country. Rishi Sunak.
Why are you saying Rishi Sunak like that?
Because that's his name, Rishi Sunak.
See, Rishi, I'm sure that's short for something.
He's massive. He is. He is.
Total crack addict.
I can believe that. We're conservative.
But any other any other news this week?
TikToks?
That's it. The TikToks. The TikToks. Have you deleted yours?
I never opened one, Steve, because I don't trust them.
You see, this is the thing. Apparently, though, because the Chinese government could get their claws into it, but it's still the same privacy rules as Twitter, Facebook, and every other social media that you're on. I don't think it's not dangerous for people like you and me.
It's the data, Steve. It's the data and what they do with it, because apparently they collect it and they've got their own AI. Now it's monitoring human behaviour.
Yeah.
And AI is a big thing at the moment. So, you know, they've got it in the written in law that if they ask for any data information from Chinese companies, they have to give it to their government. If they haven't done it yet, they can take it at some point.
Yeah. No, I think that's the thing. They have the power. They have the power.
Plus, Steve, if I had it, I'd be very concerned they might nick my jokes.
I think you're safe. I don't think it's... Mind you, Grant Shapps, twat face, has said that he's going to keep it... Why just keep his mouth shut? But I suppose people will look at his TikToks and find out that he is still TikToking.
I think they can keep it on their personal phones, just kind of have it on the work phones.
On their work phones. The thing is, they don't do anything on their work phones. Mind you, this government... Was it Suella Braverman sent some emails on a bloody personal phone to people, and then she got the boot, and 6 days later, she came back because of Rishi. The NHS was brought down because they were still using Windows XP. This government should not be trusted with any form of technology. I don't think they actually understand it.
I think Gavin Wilson. I think Gavin Williamson likes to keep it because he does quite a few things on there, doesn't he?
Go away, go away, go away. All teachers, all teachers.
Love him. I hate Gavin Williamson, but that guy, whoever that guy is who looks like Gavin Williamson, is the bee's knees.
He probably is Gavin Williamson at a few points.
Well, he's saving himself 33p. I've equated that a few points to 3. Have we got enough?
I do like a Chinese though.
I don't know why he likes a Chinese, but he obviously does. Mine's sweet and sour balls.
I don't like the Chinese on my phone, but I like it on my plate.
I think the TikTok thing will go on, really, as it will. So is there anything else in the news, Av, before we go?
We've got to finish. Big news, Steve. Big announcement. Incredible announcement.
Yes.
Forget the budget. Forget war criminals.
I have.
Forget Manchester United, who's buying them. Yeah. Forget the food banks. Big news. The Great British Bake Off. Steve, you might know. I don't know. But you could not know that I don't know. But what you need to know is that the Great British Bake Off, Steve, has got a replacement for Matt Lucas.
No.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were going to really give us some really big news, and you're giving us the Bake Off.
It is big news because if you've seen the presenter,
I've seen Matt Lucas.
No, he's been replaced by Alison Hammond.
No.
Yes.
No. Are you saying Matt Lucas is Alison Hammond? No. Are you saying Alison Hammond is Matt Lucas?
Blimey.
Do you know? I actually think, Av, that is borderline. It is because, like, for those of you listening, I've just put a picture which I, by chance, happen to have of Matt Lucas as a person of colour in that aeroplane show, I'm going to call it. I can't remember what it was called. Now Fly Me By. Now, whatever it was called. I'm going to take that picture off. But you never see him in the same room together.
Well, I'm going to say, Jay's he's better looking than Alison Hammond.
I don't like Alison Hammond. I'm sure she's a lovely person. I'm sure she is a lovely person. But she, the first time I saw Alison Hammond, and she's a Brummie, and I like Brummies. Do you know what I mean? I'm big fan of Brummies. But she was in Big Brother, and she was a contestant, and she was drunk, and she got on a table, and I tell you, if anybody brought a friend round to my house and they got up on the table, I would not like them. And she broke the table because she was drunk.
You know, she's the exact opposite of her brother, Richard Hammond. Yeah.
Yeah. You know they're not brother and sister, don't you? He's a lot smaller than she is.
I thought he was like a twin, you know, like the Arnie and Danny DeVito film. I thought it was like that kind of situation with him.
I've got a picture of Richard Hammond. You're going to get me into so much trouble. It's a great idea, though. They're not related because he is smaller. That's all I'm saying.
You would have to keep away from her.
He goes faster than her.
Yeah, but he always crashes, doesn't he?
Well, she did. She plummeted through this table and broke the table on Big Brother. And I hated her for that. And I haven't forgiven her. Yeah. And then they put her on the telly as a presenter. And she wasn't really a presenter. To be fair, though, she's done a lot more work now. And she seems a little bit more. But she's a bit dozy, though.
She's just too loud. She's just too loud for my liking. I think that's what she lacks in interview skills. She makes up in being how loud she is.
But I'm glad that she's doing the Bake Off rather than Big Brother.
I think there's going to be a problem there, Steve, because every time they bring the cakes to the front, they're going to disappear.
It's Av's Joke of the Week! I don't know if I should defend fat people.
And then she goes, "What's that over there? What's that over there? Where's the cake?"
But I do think she will. She'll just eat it with enthusiasm, won't she? She's obviously not shy when it comes to food.
I think it's going to be a problem, isn't it, for her? I think.
Because she's going to say, they'll interview her after the first season, and they'll go, "Did you enjoy that?" She said, "Yeah, but I've put on some weight." I'll tell you what we could do. We could watch it together on this, and we could discuss it as it goes out live. And I could probably eat my own scones, I suppose. She could be really good.
Finishing the cakes.
So, join us again next week when we talk exclusively from our souls.
Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share this because it will help us. And don't forget to tune in next week, 8 p.m. Mondays. Ta-ra! So